This video is of an air show somewhere in Great Britain. This wasn't marked, but it was in with a collection of films that I received that had air shows from Strathallan in 1979 and Leuchars in 1980. So this is circa 1980, and you can see right there, those are the, I believe, the RAF Red Arrows aerobatics team, and similar to the United States Air Force Thunderbirds and the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. And yeah, just some great footage here. Like I say, I don't know the name of the person who filmed this, but they did a great job. And so, I mean, I would say this is somewhere in Scotland, since all the films were in Scotland. And it kind of progresses from the Red Arrows here to some vintage aircraft. Looks like nice footage of a Lancaster Bomber and some War II fighter aircraft. But yeah, I'd love to hear your comments. And if you enjoy air show videos, definitely check out my my playlist air shows here on my channel. I have just numerous videos from all over the world of air shows. So yeah, I'd love to hear your comments and hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this bit of history. Try to upload military and patriotic videos to my site here, about every other day. And if you're interested in a good read, check out my books at www.edsemler.com.